Welcome to War Thunder with Subdude. How y'all doing this afternoon? Well, I just got done watching a Tankenstein video and he brought up some pretty good points about getting good and how players, even if you've been playing the game for as long as he has or I have, you can still make mistakes and you can still get yourself into a bind. And the only thing I currently play is aviation. I don't play the tanks anymore, although I do collect certain ones. I don't play ships, although I do collect certain ones. But aviation is a completely different animal because you get one shot in Air Realistic. Air Arcade, again, a completely different animal, doesn't play the same way. But the big thing is that when you're playing in aviation, and this goes for the people who are, you know, been playing for a while and are finally getting up into the very tip top tier. Now, I've got everything in the American lineup that you can have, but I don't play the top tier. And there's a reason I don't play the top tier. It's ridiculous. It is a situation where Gaijin wants you to get this plane, which will cost you tremendous amounts of aggravation and lions. And then you've got to grind and grind and grind to get the module to upgrade your aircraft. You're basically getting a hand-me-down with worn-out parts that you have to upgrade. I'm not complaining. However, at top tier, it is a completely different animal. At low tier, you've got a P-40. Well, guess what? It's a P-40. Yes, you're going to have slightly different performance, but that slightly different performance is going to be still well within the margin of usefulness. And you got 650 calibers. You're able to put out a tremendous amount of lead on a target. At top tier, you've got BVR missiles, and the F-15 is a good example. In a stock configuration, you're missing, I don't know, somewhere in the neighborhood of about 50 miles an hour, 50 kilometers an hour of top speed, which isn't that much, but it can be enough. And you're graced with 4 missiles. 2 heat seekers, AIM-9Ms, good missiles, and 2 AMRAAMs, AIM-120. Okay. You're new to the plane. You haven't ground out anything. You've got 4 shots. You got a gun. But in BVR combat, the gun is about not so useful. Now, yeah, you get into the furball. It can be useful in the passing, but rarely in a nose-to-nose fight. So basically what happens is you're in the money pit. You either spend some money on getting additional modules for your aircraft, or you grind the pain. And I will bet you that with few exceptions, and I do mean very few exceptions, most people choose to open their wallet and gold some modules. Not all of them necessarily, but enough to make their plane competitive. Is that a good idea? Well, that's not for me to judge. Yes, I do that because I want to know what the performance of the plane is and what the performance of the weapons are. And I'll be honest, I'm not that interested in flying the F-16, F-14, F-15. They're beautiful planes. I love them. I take them out in uh, custom battles all the time. And I have a ball with them. But, and here's the big caveat, I'm not interested in trying to go against other players with these planes. They're beautiful planes. I love them. But I love the one I'm flying right here, the F4D1. F4D1 is one awesome plane. And I'm not going to continue in this match because I got 2 kills. I'm happy. Somebody's going to go, bailing out. We won the match. Just so that you're aware, we won the match. Um, it is a pain at top tier. And just so you can see, I've got the F-16C, I've got the F-15C. You can't see the F-14 because it's not in the lineup at the moment. But top tier, as far as I'm concerned, for me, as a player that has been playing since 2013, um, I love I love the models. I love the performance of the models. But we have other problems in the game like the map size, the and that's my biggest complaint at the moment. The maps are too small for top tier. They're just about right for 9.0 and below. And even some of the 9.0 planes really should be relegated to larger maps. I mean, yeah, you got 22 minutes of gas, 24 minutes of gas with the F4D1. If you're hugging the deck the whole time. And you're not in the afterburner. But if you take it up to altitude, you've got a considerably longer flight time. And fortunately, there aren't too many players that are smart enough to take it up to altitude. Some of the British planes can get up there. I don't know, what the heck is it? We'll go look real quick. The Javelin. Javelin is one of those that can climb real good. The Hunter F1, it can get up there pretty good. The Scimitar, it's got enough power to climb up there. But when you start getting into the active radar homing and anything from the AIM-9D on, you're getting into the realm of you need more. And I'm just not that good with them. I admit it. Straight up, I'm not that good with everything. But what I am good with is the ones I practice with a lot. In the past, it was the Arado 234B2. I've got a ground kill streak with that probably many people would be happy with. Service record, there it is, top of the line, 10,000 ground kill kills. And my 11 air kills with the B2 are because I caught somebody on their runway, or somebody following real close behind me that got caught in the bomb blast. And I've even gotten some naval targets. Go to naval kills. The A4B, I've got the most. Use the planes you're comfortable with. Like I said, my first plane that I was really comfortable with was the Arado. Next, it was the TA-154, a Mosquito, or whatever. Whatever the German pronunciation is. I don't want to butcher it too bad. But I've got a lot of kills with it, and I'm fairly handy with it. And my jet plane is the F4D1. Now there are other jets that I'm okay with, but this is the one that I'm best with. Know your plane, practice with your plane, learn its strengths, learn its weaknesses. When I first got the F4D1, it was horrible. The wings would snap off in a heartbeat. Gaijin fixed that. They aren't as susceptible to being ripped off, but they can still be ripped off. That doesn't necessarily mean that your plane is dead either. I've lost part of a wing and still made it back to the base and landed and gotten repaired. Learn how to fly your plane. If you're a tank driver, learn your tank. If you are a ship driver, know your strengths and your weaknesses. And that's about all I've got. Tankenstein did a really good job. I did a very insubstantially okay job. Tank's been around as long as I have. Tank is a good player. All right, this is Subdude signing out. Y'all have a pleasant today, a better tomorrow. We'll catch you in the sky in Air Realistic on the good maps, of which there are still too many that are too small. Subdued. Out!